Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Meepolis and this is Literally Graphic. And today we are looking at E.X.O, The Legend of Wale Williams Parts 1 and 2. Another title from Unique Studios and Vamos Media in Lagos, Nigeria. If you didn't see my previous review on their title Malaika, Warrior Queen Part 1, an African historical fantasy graphic novel, I'll link that in the cards and recommend. Content note for working with police and parent death. As far as Black YouTubers go, well, I don't hold myself to make some perfect pairings between people and books I review. Generally, they make some sense in my head. This is a clear exception in that it really didn't remind me of anyone I follow. So instead, I'm recommending a very popular YouTuber who is the complete opposite of this book. Namely Cat Black. She's been on YouTube for a very long time, and I followed her long enough that I feel I've seen her channel morph into noticeably different things at least 3 times. Lately, Kat's focus has been polyamory and kink, and I would highly recommend. E.X.O, The Legend of Wale Williams Part 1 and 2 was written by Roy Okupe and colored by Raphael Kazim, the same as on Malaika, so you should check out that video for their bios. The artist is different, however, so let's talk about that. According to their website, Akimboy Sukanmi is, quote, a Nigeria-based illustrator specializing in sequential art, character design, and concept art. My work explores narrative and African storytelling through traditional and digital illustration, end quote. Trying something new, how would I tag this book? Exercising some new brain cells, I would say this book is a coming-of-age story, superhero, obviously, futuristic, and fighting terrorists. Looking at the official publisher website, the series is described as follows, quote, E.X.O, The Legend of Wale Williams is a science fiction superhero story about redemption set in futuristic 2025 Africa. Parts 1 and 2 of the graphic novel follows the journey of Wale Williams, an impetuous young adult who inherits a suit with superpowers after his father goes missing. Tricked into returning home to Lagoon City, Nigeria, following a 5-year absence, Wale embarks on a journey to investigate his father's mysterious disappearance. As he comes to understand the suit's power, Wale realizes he must restore hope to his city by preventing catastrophic attacks from sociopathic Oniku, leader of an extremist group called The Creed. Published before the Malaika book, I think this might be the first comic Unique published in this shared universe. I just mentioned that because I feel like it is the somewhat weaker book, especially on some of the technical sides when it comes to word placement and texture. Not ideal, but there's certainly no reason why these small issues won't be smoothed out as they continue on. I think we've already seen some of that. The art was certainly on par with several Marvel titles I've picked up, although I'm not generally a huge fan of that level of muscular detail. As far as gender and sexuality, heterosexual blood family is a pretty central theme to the book. Everything is pretty binary, but my biggest issue was the mother fridging, a common thing, but not my favorite. Race is in many ways a focus of Unique overall, in that it isn't really a thing. These are books published in Nigeria featuring exclusively Black people in a majority Black country. Important and cool. Class was represented in a pretty typical superhero way. It does generally take a certain level of wealth to create superpowered suits, although I always value the more working class type heroes, for sure. And like in so many books I've read of late, characters are either superpowered or on death's door. As I already mentioned, a book on my TBR that turned out not to be super for me doesn't mean you won't enjoy it. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. I'll certainly be returning to this publisher as more titles become available and would recommend it to people who like superhero comics. Bye y'all, keep reading and resist white supremacy. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, non-Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.